Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Legacy of Bhaal.
So when last we left off, we had just entered the inn, and I was so like stressed from not having been able to save for so long, like that I needed to wind down. So, we are back, and I have taken a nap. I didn't sleep through the night, but that's okay. It's 3:58 in the morning. It's a good time to play. So, let's take a look here. What kind of nonsense we picked up. We didn't even read this guy's note, so I'm gonna read. I didn't read Grind's note either. I'm sorry, Vicky. I'm a silly person. My friend Gorion, please forgive the abruptness with which I write, but time is short and there's much to be done. What we have long feared it may soon come to pass, though not in the manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. As we both know, forecasting these events has proved increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering at this point. Despite my desire to remain neutral in the matter, I could not in good conscience let events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night if possible. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit, regardless of how sparse the cover. A fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. I do not need to remind thee that it is a dangerous land even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than an individual in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jaheira and Khalid are currently at the Friendly Arm Inn. They know little of what is past, but they are ever thy friends and will no doubt help however they can. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this. Okay, I'm going to copy this to my thinger. The other notes that we have in my inventory, we should have at least one more. There's one other one. So here's the bounty notice. Be it known to all those of evil intent that a bounty has been placed upon the head of Eldrea, the foster child of Gorion. Last seen in the area of Candlekeep, this person is to be killed in quick order. Those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 200 coins of gold. Or bronze. Probably gold, though. As always, any that reveal these plans to the forces of the law shall join the target in their fate. So go ahead and copy that. Not like I'm ever going to get rid of them, but... Okay, so we have Magic Missile, which he could learn if I wanted to give him that. Do I want to give him Magic Missile? I don't think so. Oh no, I failed to copy
What do you need?
the magic to my spellbook.
I've got this.
Alright, so we have access. This is so weird looking. Okay. Do I want a different spell or do I want to keep Spook? I don't think that armor has any point because I can just wear armor. It would be very nice to have the shield spell, not gonna lie. The shield spell is very useful for this kind of a run because wizards just spam Magic Missile, and if you can just make one of your characters completely invulnerable to Magic Missile, it really helps a lot. So let's see, who is named? Let's talk to every named character in here. Oh, this is so nice. I can save! Because there's nothing hostile in here that I'm going to need to kill. I guess, technically, spoiler alert.
It's about time. Bring me another flagon of ale.
Not your servant, get your own ale.
Then why do you bother me? Be gone.
Nothing would please me more. How rude! I love that. Hey, let's talk to the cook, I guess. You know who should talk to the cook is Imoen.
You're a I've done had enough of this.
Yes?
Hey, you stay out of my kitchen. You'll mess up my art. Someday I's gonna cook for the Duke himself. Bet you there's less fistfights in the palace, so you can enjoy a meal from start to finish. A lot of fistfights in this inn? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, so we are now... Oh no, that's the problem with hitting tab is then you find out what the names of things are. Spoilers! Okay, we're gonna talk to this person.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
Greetings. You look familiar, though it's not your looks. I'm not sure what I expected, but I believe you're Gorian's child. I am Jahira, this is Khalid. Good to know you. We were old friends of your adopted father. He's not with you. I must assume the worst. He would not permit his only child to wander without his accompaniment. If he's passed, we share your loss. Gorian often said he worried about your safety, even at the expense of his own. He also wished that Khalid and I would become your guardians if he should ever meet an untimely end. However, you are much older now, and the choice of your companion should be yours. We could travel with you until you get settled, help you find your Ladanoth. It would be fitting last service for Gorian that we should first go to Nashkel, of course. Khalid and I look into local concerns, and there are rumors of strange happenings in the mines. No doubt you have heard of the iron shortage? You would do well to help us. It affects everyone, including you. We are to meet the mayor of the town, Baron Gaskill. Interesting. Well, I'm actually on the way there already, so we're gonna go with 3. Indeed, interesting. In that case, I think we should definitely travel as one. You can never be too careful with the dangers of an open road, wherever they may spring from. Hey, friendly faces at the friendly arm. Achievement unlocked. Okay, we are gonna have to be careful about how we do things.
Nature's servant awaits.
Oh. I approve. So the AI does not appear to be healing Aldrea, despite the fact that she's in the orange. Now, one might think, ooh, that's terrible, because she's clearly in need of healing. She has 5 out of 11 HP. That is 6 less than her max, and this heal spell heals for 8. So if Jahira is not casting the heal automatically simply because it would be cost ineffective to do so, then I am very happy, because that's awesome.
What do you need? You want it? You've got it.
I have little else to do and few allies. Few allies. I think we have plenty of allies. Okay, so let's go ahead and dump this in her inventory. It's so nice being able to just save whenever I want. Like, I can organize my inventory. I'm just in such a good mood now. I'm really a fan of this new patch. I really like it. Just the dual wield thing on its own is like, oh, so delicious. So Khalid actually has a splint mail of his own, and we now have a helm that we can deposit on someone. And Khalid is an idiot who's using some crappy shield instead of a proper tower shield. And we have a staff. That's good to know. Anything else that we need to do? In our inventory? Probably not. Okay.
Yes,
So,
omnipresent authority figure.
Entangle is actually pretty good for me, so I'm gonna leave that on. Usually I would remove Entangle, because it's typically more effective to just have it cure light wounds, because
Tell me.
you can just have your tank the
Give it
crap
to me
out of
straight.
things.
Don't worry about
But
me.
with the way that things are in this difficulty, I'd much rather
It's
just...
been dreadful slow business.
Iron is the lifeblood of the whole region. It's sure painful when it gets scarce. So what can I do for you? What do you have to say? Not technically an answer to this question, but close enough. So he can use a longbow. Okay, I have a History of the Unicorn run? Okay, I have a better strategy. We are going to talk... Who's the... Whoa. I didn't realize that Jaheira had such high charisma. It's actually pretty impressive. Oh, that's really useful. Cool. Okay, so Jaheira is almost level 2.
You're all buffle-headed.
What?
What you want?
What does that even mean? You're all buffle-headed? Okay, let's see. We need to buy 1,000,000 arrows, so I'm gonna do that first.
Is open to all who behave themselves.
Ooh, I'm gonna see if this patch fixed a long-standing issue that I had mentioned in a previous bug report. Let's find out. So we're buying all of the stuff that we can with her, and we're gonna do the same with Khalid. It did. They fixed it. That's great. Okay, so basically, there used to be a bug where this would not update, and it wasn't something that they actually mentioned in the patch notes, but it seems to be, or sorry, it might have been in the patch notes. That's what I meant. It was something that I reported, but they never commented on, and it's fixed. That's great. Okay, so she's got a short bow already. He can use the longbow, but that's not that useful. Okay, so it's for her. Let's buy her a sling. And then all the bullets. And he's gonna get all the bullets. Okay, this is actually a bad idea. I've got him hanging on to my letters. I don't think I want him holding on to my letters. What else? But yeah, I figure that I'm gonna need a lot of arrows, like even more so than you normally use in this game. Okay, so he does not have a bow, so we will... You know what, we're not gonna buy him a bow, because I just feel like Arkmoding it, so we're not gonna buy him a bow, because we'll find one along the way. We're not gonna buy him something that's gonna cost that much money. Alright, so we're going to start dumping it's kind of cool that it is registering who has the weapon and type in question, so you can see that these two are highlighting because they have a sling equipped. So let's equip this sling, and now she's highlighting as well. That's actually very cool. It's not super useful because I mean you're probably going to memorize who has what, but it's a nice little touch. I like it. I'm a fan. Oh man, and she can swap back and forth between dual. Life is so good. Such a fan. Let's see. Sorry, I'm gushing. Anything else that I need to do? Okay, now here's one part where my Arkmode is going to make my life more difficult than it has to be. So one of these things that I have, one of these belts that I have is a magical belt that actually has, you know, bonuses on it. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, because that would be spoilers. But
I'm gone.
it's also used in a quest, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it. So,
You're this way.
hey Unshi, how's it going?
You cannot get better than the stability stone walls provide.
Have you heard? There's a rogue ogre with a belt fetish to the south of Friendly Arm Inn. I had to bargain my new girdle of piercing for my life out there. Wasn't very interested in an autographed copy of my book. Hey, if you can get that belt back for me, I'd be mighty grateful. So this guy had to get rid of his girdle of piercing.
You cannot get better than
He
the
was a weird one,
stability
weren't he?
stone walls
Oh,
provide.
I can still smell him on you. I'll pay you 10 gold pieces for returning the girdle and another 60 to find the nearest bath. Wait, Unchi is a female? Are you sure?
You cannot get better than the stability stone walls provide.
Are you sure that's female? I ask the world at large. Alright,
Yep,
so
I've
we have
done had enough of
this
this.
person to talk to. By the way, we are going to be having Imoen talk to people because Aldrea has realized that when she talks to people, things don't tend to go the way that she would like. So she's going to let the person who is better at talking do the talking.
No time to chit-chat.
About time you showed. Here, I need these tunics cleaned and pressed by the eve, and that will be extra careful with the golden pantaloons. It took 15 women and a small boy from Kalimshan 12 days and 4 nights to weave them, so careful on the seams. Well, get going. Sir, yes, sir. Pantaloons pressed and ready by tonight, or breakfast is free, sir. Servants, with a smile and snap in your step, that's what I like to see. Now get going, damn you, not a coin for a tip if there's even one tear. So,
I care not.
because this is like a cool sub thing, I am going to take it. I'm not completing this one quest. This is the only thing that I'm going to deliberately not do. So let's talk to this Landrin person.
A pleasure it is to meet you.
I guarantee you that these female characters were actually done by a man. Anyway, hey, I've got a teeny bit of a spider infestation happening in my cellar in Baragos. I was on my way to the gates to get some poison, but this would be a lot easier on my legs, to be honest. You'll know the house when you see it. It's right to the west of the Jovial Juggler Inn. Bring me back their bodies as proof you've done the job, and I'll give you 100 gold pieces. If you could, please bring my husband's old boots and an old bottle of wine back as well, and I'll throw in something extra. So that is definitely a female model. But yeah, I think the voice set is not female. I think that's a male voice set. Alright, is that anything else that I need to do here? She's sleeping dwarf. And again, I'm not the kind of person who goes around like looting everything. That's just not my style. There are things that I'm going to miss in terms of items because of the fact that I don't wander around looting everything. But that's fine. I was actually playing a multiplayer with a friend of mine, and he just sort of came up to me with some like amazingly powerful weapon. I don't remember. I think it was actually like this Stupefire or something. Some like crazy powerful club or something that he had, you know, wandered upon in like Baragos or something in some locked chest because he was playing a rogue.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
It was
I'm gone.
an interesting time. Okay, so we're going to save this, and we are going to reload our save just to confirm that everything's still working properly, and everything's working fine.
I'm gone.
So, we are not going to rest, and we are going to turn off AI for her because I don't want her running around. Well, not. We'll turn off offensive and defensive spells and special abilities. There we go.
What you want?
The issue I think with AI in this kind of a game is that if you move, it cancels the spell cast and you lose the spell. So if you have AI on, you're very often going to be interrupting your own spells because you weren't expecting a spell to start happening.
You must gather your party
So
before venturing forth.
This way.
that's an issue. I don't like the fact that it's raining. I have concerns. I have concerns, people. This is not good. Okay, so it's fine. We'll be okay. I'm sure. I'm sure it will all be fine. Okay, so who has the best armor class potential? That'd probably be Aldrea. Well, it's definitely Aldrea. Before her... Oh, Khalid is actually better. Oh, that's interesting. Khalid is actually smarter than Jaheira. You would never imagine it. He does not seem like a terribly bright man. Oops, wrong character. And let's see. What else am I doing? That's it.
I can, but try.
Okay, so he's now going to be leading the
I've done
way,
had enough of this.
and we're just going to try and explore. So
Right
let's
this way.
have our sharp-eyed little rogue loot this tiny location. It is
I've
not
done
easy
had
to
enough of
find,
this.
even if you know where it is. Back before
can,
Baldur's
but
Gate
try.
2's engine started to be used, in the Baldur's Gate 1 engine there was no way to highlight
What you
containers and
want?
things.
I've done had enough
So
of this.
these were real, like, pixel searches. Where it's like, it's at the root of this tree, right? I'm still having difficulty finding it. Alright, so we found the east side. We're going to go over here. We're not leaving, but we are triggering the east side.
I'll do my best.
Yep,
I can, but try.
I can't. I've done had enough of this.
It's so tempting to hit Q.
I can, but try.
It's so weird, just
I've
like
done had enough of this.
want to hit Q.
I can, but try.
Okay, that guy looks like he just has a
What you want?
melee weapon.
If none are better.
The hell? He broke. No!
I must.
No!
Do my best.
How did these guys break?
I must. I can, but
That's not good. I never saved on this map. How did they get broken? I don't know how those hobgoblins broke. I haven't saved and reloaded on this map, so I don't know. That's not good. I'm gonna have to take a look and see
Yep.
whether it's not that bug triggering.
I'm gone. My blade will cut you down to size.
Something hardly worth my time.
yes.
Whoa.
If none are better.
Let's see if these guys are broken. If the whole area is broken, it's broken. Why is the entire area broken? It's so weird. Because the guy wasn't broken,
I care not. I've done had enough.
but these hobgoblins are broken.
I'm gone.
The assassin wasn't broken.
What you want?
Yes, go suck your blade.
What's causing this? Okay, so
This way.
I thought I had an easy workaround.
This sleep lightly, taskmaster.
Surrender.
I'll do my best.
I thought I had an easy workaround for this, but apparently I was wrong. I don't know what else is causing this.
I'm gone. I've done had enough.
And I
of this.
didn't loot that stuff, but... Okay, well, since this whole area is broken, I think I'm gonna have to come back to it later. That's the only thing that I can think of. Let's reload. We'll reload. Quick save before, I guess. So we're gonna do another save where we're... Is it friendly arm leaving?
You're a queer. This way. This way.
Okay, I'm gonna check again. Now the key is that all of these bugs have been filed, so there is a decent chance.
Can I help you?
What you want? This way.
There's a decent chance that these be, excuse me, resolved in the relatively near future. So if these are resolved in the relatively near future, then during this run, I'll be able to
What do you need? I've got this.
like come back to areas that
I've
have been
done had enough of this.
have had their creatures corrupted and clear through them again. Now, obviously, the problem with that is that these hobgoblins are going to be weak, regardless if I come back later. But it's better than getting experience for free, basically. So, we will see how we want to handle this. I shouldn't have actually taken that ring because
I've done had enough of this.
because I might have to reload right now. If I kill anything here and it is still broken, then I'm just gonna
I've done had
reload.
enough of this.
And then I'm just gonna head due south if that's the case.
Something troubling you?
I remembered. So let's see what happens. Yep. So they're broken. Okay, so everything in this area is broken, and that is troublesome.
You're a queer fellow.
Because I don't know what's causing that.
I've done had enough of this.
Alright, well, we will get as far through this run as possible. We're going to have to be much more careful with our saves than we have been. Because I think that is deriving from something... Oh, that's the other thing that I haven't checked. No, it's not that. That's not it. That's not what's going on. I've already checked that in the past. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to head to this place because we need to finish it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna head here.
This way.
Okay, so
I can, but try.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
and we'll hope that none of the creatures over here have been broken.
I can, but try.
Damn kobolds. Okay, so this is so sad. Just look at this. Okay, that's actually 3 gibberlings. That's kind of scary. Okay, so there was one additional random encounter that we would run into. So we wouldn't have been able to clear the entire place. Oh my god. That's a lot of gibber. Oh shit.
I'm gone.
Get back. Run away.
I'll do my best.
Run away, run away. Oh god.
What you
Khalid
want?
is making friends.
My blade will cut you
We're actually
down
gonna have to
the side.
reload.
I'll do my best.
Because we accidentally aggroed that thinger.
This
And
way.
since we can't clear this map, I guess it doesn't matter because we've already corrupted the map. I
This
probably
way.
should have just reloaded the autosave.
I've done had enough of this. I've done had enough of this.
But yeah, I saved in this area, I saved in this area, and I saved in the friendly arm inn. And saving here and saving here did not seem to break anything because the boss here was what he was supposed to be, even after repeated reloads. So it's possible that the actual interior of the friendly arm inn is causing a problem.
I've
That
done
was
had enough
funny
of this.
though. We ran into so many friggin' gibberlings. So we're not going up north here. That's not a thing. That is most definitely not going to be a thing.
I can, but try.
So we've got some diseased gibberlings over here.
You're a queer fellow.
If none are better.
I'm hardly worth my time.
I'll do my best.
What do you need? Don't worry about me.
Ye spoken. Go suck your blade.
What you want?
I can, but try.
Okay, that has to still be.
Your voice is ambrosia.
This bestly.
I can, but try.
I was gonna say, oh my god, that are these things broken too somehow? And it's like, oh no, never mind. It's just
If none are better.
it's just that we have a lot of people attacking now, so it's going substantially faster than we'd expect. It's still much slower than it would have on normal mode.
I can, but try.
No.
Ye spoken. Sleep lightly,
Yep, this way.
taskmaster.
If none are better.
You've a task as you direct.
Ah!
I'll do my best.
Destroyer of worlds!
Nature for the good.
You have if none are better.
I care not.
Okay, so now we go after this one.
My blade will cut you down to size.
But yeah, this is definitely...
Destroyer of worlds!
This is actually scaling the encounters, it looks like. Shit.
I've done had enough of
If
this.
none are better.
What you want?
You have need of me.
Yep, this way.
If none are better. This sleep practically as I'll do my best.
Okay. I'm kiting terribly right now.
I care not.
You if none are better.
Slowly but surely.
You're a queer fellow.
I can but try.
Yeah, so we should be able to get this thing down relatively quickly. Slow, but surely. Ooh, nice. We got a max damage crit for Montaron. There we go.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
Can I help?
But yeah, I should actually be coming from the other direction because
Yep.
fighting all these gibberlings and
This way.
things before I fight the dude over here is
You
not
I can
what I should be
but
doing.
try.
I should be fighting this guy first.
I care not.
I can but
These
try.
kobolds are really close to here. We do have all this proper stuff equipped, right?
If none are better.
Khalid Daisy is kind of crap. Okay, so we are going to send him forward first.
I've never liked the sunlight. It is just too bright.
Where are the kobolds?
I've done
Where
had
are these
enough of this.
asshole kobolds?
What you want? I'm gone.
Oh,
This
what's a
sleep
gibberling doing here?
I have become death.
You
Destroyer of worlds!
Yep, this way.
if none
I'm gonna
are
have to
better.
pull back a bit. This is not a good place to fight.
I can but try.
Oh shit.
want it? You've got it.
Can I help?
Makes good as done.
I can, but try.
Yep.
I can, but try.
God damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
I must. If none are better.
Pull these things back. Gibberlings are a nightmare in close quarters because of the fact that they tend to wander around.
I'll do my best.
You're a queer fellow.
I'll do my best.
So diseased Gibberlings don't drop anything, but the normal Gibberlings do. Just do a ring around the rosier with this tree. Now we just need a little song and dance. There we go. Okay, so Khalid is now injured because he is a melee. We are going to equip our shield. The bandit
What
is
you
over
want?
here
I'm gone.
somewhere.
Suck your blade.
There he is. So the bandit is uninjured,
Yep.
which is not... No!
What need ye dead?
There's more than one now.
Do your toil.
God damn it. That's a problem.
Something troubling you?
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
I don't like it.
Ye
I
spoke
got...
of me?
I don't like it at all.
What do you need?
This goes suck your
I don't have anything I can do to
I care not. I am gone.
What goes
make this go properly, so we're just going to send him into melee range.
You're a queer fellow.
Tell me.
Swap her to melee,
Ye spoke at me?
Your voice is unusual.
and anyone else that needs to be swapped to melee? No, but he should... his strength is not good enough probably to justify using a longsword. So what we're going to do is we are going to equip him with a bow. No, we're not. Okay.
I am big. I could do no other.
It's just getting shoved around.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
Okay, so Monteron is now injured.
Be good.
What was that on? That was on an 18.
Yes.
What need ye dead? I'll do your toil.
Can I help you? If none are better.
Give it to me straight.
Ye spoke at me, lightly, taskmaster. And the rivers run red!
Okay, so Khalid is injured, which means that he is potentially instigable. But he does have 9 HP, which means that it would take a roll of at least a 5 to actually kill him. There we go. So that was a roll of a 1. And it rolls on, it hit him on an 18. So we just have to hope that it doesn't get any other high rolls. For some reason, there's none of the combat sounds are going. These guys are remarkably quiet. Okay, so we killed these two. We get some arrows. And we got a short bow. These are long swords, great.
Yep, I'm gone.
Khalid can use those.
If none
Okay,
are better.
so... Dunbar. And Dunbar. So, let's see.
You've a task?
We have the ability to cast a heal, and the question is, who do we want to cast it on? We don't have anybody right now who's actually going to be able to get the full benefit out of this heal.
What do you need?
How close are we to level? Not very. How about you? Not very. Oh. So, Imoen's about a third of the way to the next level.
Nature's servant awaits.
I think I'm gonna tank with her for a while. Do I have a melee weapon she can even use? I don't think I have a one-handed weapon that Shira can use. Okay, so she is not going to make a very good tank. So we're going to give her this. Give her the Morning Star as well. She should be trying to deal max damage. And I'm going to heal her. It's not optimal, but she's in one-shot range. I can't have her tanking if she's in one-shot range.
Got it.
It's just not acceptable.
I care not. I've
So we're
done
going to
had
move
enough
down
of this.
here. Because there should be
I've done had
filthy
enough of
kobold
this.
around
Don't
here
worry about me.
somewhere. Where the hell did the kobolds go?
What you? I've done had enough of this.
Okay. I don't see any kobolds. So I guess we've cleared this area? Which is weird because those kobolds spawned in the last time we saw them here. So we're going to save this as south. What is this place called? Friendly Done. We're going to reload to make sure that that worked. And yeah, we're still
I've done had enough of this.
we're still on point. So we can now head to Baraghost if we want. Alternatively, we could head to High Hedge. And I'm two ways about this. On the one hand, I like the idea of going to Baraghost because it's Baraghost. On the other hand, because it's like a town and it's school. On the other hand, I've been attacked by multiple assassins, and I would like to avoid getting into areas where I'm going to be getting NPCs that I want to pick up, because I'm going to want to pick them up, and I can't if I'm doing stuff. So I think I might actually head to High Hedge. The issue with High Hedge is there's going to be a lot of ranged attackers there. Like a lot of skeletons. And I think they tend to reload like crazy. Oh, sorry, I'm off frame. Let's move the frame a bit. I'm not going to go to High Hedge because there's a quest I can pick up elsewhere that requires going to the High Hedge once you've already picked up the quest. So since that is the case, I'm not going to go to High Hedge. I am going to go to Baraghost. And this actually makes perfect sense. Yes, I'm going to go head to Baraghost. This will work fine.
What do you need?
So. Let's see, if you could direct me to an affordable inn, I would much appreciate. We have many inns for the frugal adventurer. The Red Chief has basic rooms, though the clientele is a touch rowdy. There's also the Burning Wizard and the Jovial Juggler, which also have finer suites. The Red Chief is near the center of town, as is the Burning Wizard. The Jovial Juggler is a bit further along and sits on the southern edge of the city. Thanks for your help. No problem, friend. Enjoy your stay. Okay, so we have... Interesting situation here. We have a few different things to do. This whole no saving thing is really troublesome. We're gonna just sort of explore around the edge of town a bit.
This way.
Ooh, excuse me. So... No, we don't want to go any further west here. We don't want to trigger this event. Not in this state. So, let's go down here. I guess one of the things that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to find out where I can save without breaking the creatures on this map. So let's see, if I go in here and I save...
Something on your mind?
And then reload... I guess I now need to go, like, punch one of every type of creature in this entire region, or this entire area. Wow, okay, that's talent. Nice misses. So she broke. Okay, so we can't save in these houses without breaking these creatures. I wonder why it was working in Candlekeep. That makes my life a lot harder. Okay, that means that we need to load...
You're a queer fellow.
Doing Baraghost with no saving, I don't think is feasible. So I think I'm actually just gonna go to High Hedge after all. High Hedge might be possible to do without saving, and it might not be. I don't actually know.
This way.
So we're gonna just try it out.
What? Don't worry about me.
Yep, this way.
We will find out. Then again, there's also an area in High Hedge, now that I think about it. So, or there's a separate thinger. So if we can... Shit. Okay, so we're gonna I want to bypass the enemies for right now. Oh, interesting.
Tell me, I've got this.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
I don't actually want to fight anything right now. Oh shit. That's not good. That's very not good.
Give it, I've got this.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Respawns.
I never loved you.
Because I'd like to find out whether I can do it from there.
I've done had enough of this.
Okay, so what we're gonna do
What I've got this.
is we're
What
gonna
you want?
head straight to the southwest. And I think I'm just gonna run right by those knolls.
Tell you want it, you've got it.
Yep. I am gone.
What's up,
Give it
friends?
to you want it, you've got it.
Okay. Hello, friend of friends.
What do you need? I've got this.
Follow me to a place. There's more dogs.
This way.
Tell me, I've got this.
What you want?
Give it to me straight.
Yep, I am gone.
What do you need? Don't worry about me.
I care not. I am gone.
Tell me.
Can she go in?
Want it? You've got it.
She can.
You're
That's
what
good.
you want?
Okay, so
Something I must.
Yep, this way.
it's gonna run
Hardly
him in, I guess. Whoa, shit.
Give it to me straight.
The dog's fighting, coming in. Well, if the dog's gonna come in with
What do you
me,
need?
then that means that I can't save in here anyway.
Ye spoke at me?
So I'm not gonna be able to find out. I can't save in Baraghost. I can't save here, and this place has a lot of ranged attackers, so this is not really a good option. I guess I could try heading east instead, and then go around. Let's try to head east, and then south. I think that might work. The key is that if I want to clear every area that I enter when I first get there, there are certain areas that are made substantially harder than others because of the fact that I can't save.
Stop touching me!
You know what? I think I'm gonna do a little bit more testing to figure out what areas are safe to save in. So we're gonna head over to Baraghost again. Baraghost is not my
I am gone.
first choice location, but some places should be fine. Alright, thanks for the help. There should be certain areas that I can go to that I can save in and not break anything, because I was able to in but then again, maybe not. Maybe I was breaking everything there. Maybe I do need to go through a party required door. Are there any doors here that are party required? Because that might be the key, is that it might just be that if basically I assumed that the assassin in Candlekeep
I'm gone.
was a static spawn, but now that I think about it, he only spawns under certain circumstances. I don't think that he spawns if you are past a certain point in the plot.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
So let's see.
Yep, I'm gone.
The area with the rats could have very easily been a party required area.
I've done had enough of this.
I don't want to seem confrontational, but could you be a little less, evil?
I'll not be mocked, thou most slanderous harlot.
I'll not be mocked, that most slanderous harlot.
I'm gone.
Here now, get
I've done had enough of this. You're this way.
Okay, so that didn't help. And anything that is a pirate party required. I can't think of any party required locations in Baragos. Pretty sure that none of these inns require. Yeah.
I've done had enough of this.
A cutthroat in every alley, but I'll not let them take us alive!
God, that guy must have been so fun to voice act.
This way. This way.
I don't want to do a bunch of unnecessary traveling because that's going to fatigue me faster. And
This way.
fatigue is something that I'm going to have to rest for. So that is if I travel more, so if I do unnecessary traveling, then I'm going to end up resting more, which will make the game easier overall. So I can't just sort of like leave to go to a different area and come back. So I don't think any of the areas here are party required. I don't think any of these buildings are party required. So, and that wizard's hut in High Hedge was not party required either. So I think I am going to thinking about taking a break and trying to get a nap actually, because it's 5 in the morning and I didn't actually sleep very well last night.
This way.
But let's take a look to the east. We have the Lars Wood here. Now, the Lars Wood will be going somewhat out of our way, but it would allow us to bypass High Hedge and Baragos, which are both locations that I don't really want to go to. The issue with Lars Wood is that Lars Wood's going to be full of bandits, I think.
something troubling you?
Sleep lightly.
Can I help you? I can, but
What?
try.
Don't worry about me.
First.
What? I've done had enough of this. I'm gone.
And we'll see how
Tell
this
me
goes.
you want it, you got it.
God, I don't know how anyone does no reload games.
Healer needed
It's not
right here.
17, so.
Yep, this way.
Oh, oh.
Okay, so Larswood is not an option. Larswood is definitely not
You're
a
I'm
viable
gone.
option. So, if we go to Baragost and we want to complete the area, we will have to deal with 4 spiders that are easy to kite, and we will have to deal with a high-level wizard. We will have to deal with an ambush pack, and we will have to deal with that guy. Is there and that assassin? So we'd have to deal with all of those separate groups without dying. No, that's not true. We don't need to deal with the assassin pack. Or, sorry, we don't need to deal with the pack. And the assassin we should not need to deal with, because the assassin should be spawned when we enter the building. It shouldn't exist yet. So, how many assassins are there? So, what we can do is we can fight, and I'm pretty sure this will work. We can fight. Am I off screen again? No. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this. We can fight the hardest creature there, and then once we've fought the hardest thing, which is gonna be really rough without the ability to reload. That's not going to be an easy fight. But we can try it at the very least. So what's going to happen here is we're heading to Baragost. I really wish that I guess...
What do you need?
What you
Not
want?
too much now I think about it. Thanks for your help.
This way.
Okay, we are going to head to the southeast. We are not going to head through the center of the city, because that's slightly suicidal. And is this far enough to the east? No, it isn't. We need to go on the east side of this. Okay, so if we can kill... Is there anything else that I need to deal with? I don't think so. So we're going through here. So this might be possible. What's up, my
Hello there.
friend?
I have a pretty proposal for you.
Hail, adventurers, I have a proposal for you. I have heard that you're an excellent group of warriors. How would you like a well-paying job as bodyguards for my mistress? Sure, why not? I'm Garrick, and I work for Silky Rosena. She's the most skilled musician and actor along the Sword Coast. In fact, she used to play at the Ducal Palace before the month's done. However, she's been having some problems of late. Some thugs have been hired by fellow posts to hurt her bad because she didn't perform at his inn when she was supposed to. You can't blame her for not showing up, what with a villain like fellow post running the place. She needs mercenaries to protect her until she's ready to go to Baldur's Gate. She's willing to pay about 300 gold. What do you say? Sounds fair. I think you made a good decision. And let's see.
What do you need? Don't worry about me.
What else he needs to...
Something troubling you?
Can I
You
help
spoke
you?
at me?
You have need if none are better.
He can actually get more attacks per round if he swaps to long swords. Does he have any two weapon style skill? Why does he only have 2 attacks? It's weird. He should have. Oh. Okay. There we go. Perfect.
Yep. I'm gone.
Greetings, mercenaries. I am Silky.
So, Garrick, these are the only mercenaries you could find. I guess they'll have to do. They look to be worth about 300 gold. That's what my little Garrick offered you, isn't it? I offered them 300 gold, just like you told me. Well, then I assume that Garrick has explained what your duties are. You must simply dispose of the ruffians when they come to threaten me. They shouldn't be too hard to deal with, but I would advise you to strike fast. Whatever you do, don't speak to them. One of them is a mage whose mystic words can sway even the wisest of men. Here they are now, Philipos thugs. Strike when I tell you. Greetings, Silky. We're here as you've asked, and we have the... Don't you try to threaten me. I won't be easy prey for you to beat on. I've brought friends. What are you talking about? We're here with the gems that... Shut up! There will be no weaseling out of this one. Strike now! Kill them all! Stop this madness. We won't murder those who are obviously innocent men. Our deal is off. In any case, you're probably too cowardly to be any good in a fight. I'll deal with them myself after I deal with you. Whoop.
Tell me.
Yes?
This better be good.
I care not.
Alright. So that spell's been not interrupted. Well, we're doomed.
Oh, my box.
Totally doomed. Doomed. Did she fall over? Oh no, she's just invisible. Alright, I'm just gonna see how far we get with this. Yeah, she's just gonna start blasting the crap out of us with those magic missiles. See, the key is that we don't have the ability to have the shield spell. We could probably take her, but it's gonna take quite a few reloads, I think.
This way.
I think I might need to... I might need to take a break just to figure out what my strategy is going to be. Because I don't think Baragos is an option. High Hedge is going to be... High Hedge is chock full of undead. Undead are resistant to missile weapons and have missile weapons. It's going to be a very, very difficult thing to do without saving. And Larswood is, as you just saw, is just not... It's just not possible. So I'm going to take a break for now, and then we will... then I'll figure out where I want to go and how I want to handle this. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will hopefully be able to figure out a strategy next time.